Hey everybody, I'm Alex Cheekley Gum. Welcome to another Pokemon Go video. A couple days ago, we were playing the Tink Community Day, and it was one of the best comm days we had in a very long time. And now we're looking at what is the next comm day for the month of May. And ladies and gentlemen, we got confirmed details. Obviously, people know about this, but I'm sharing it now. We have Lechonk Community Day. Now, Lechonk Community Day is scheduled on Saturday, May 9th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Unfortunately, I will not be playing this Community Day because on that day, I am going to be performing in a musical at our local theater on that day, because outside of Pokemon Go, I love to do theater, and I haven't done theater in a while, and I just want to kind of get my feet back on stage. So yeah, I guess Lechonk was actually a good pick, because then I wouldn't have to feel too bad for missing out on a Community Day. Plus, I already got the whole shiny family, so we're fine. But before we go through details for Lechonk, that's not the only thing we're going to be talking about. We're also going to be looking at what could be the next set of Community Days in the summer. So make sure you guys subscribe, because I know some of y'all that watch my videos don't subscribe. That changes today. I would like for this channel to hit 3,000 subscribers. Also, let us know in the comments below, do you like Lechonk Community Day? Or are you bummed that Lechonk is the pick because it's not your favorite Pokemon? Or maybe you expected, like, I don't know, Mewtwo. Okay, maybe that was an exaggeration, but you get what I mean. Like we said, Lechonk Community Day is on Saturday, May 9th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Lechonk will be spawning in the wild more frequently, and if you're lucky, you may get shiny Lechonk. You have an increased chance during Community Days with shiny odds of 1 in 25. In a 3-hour period, that's actually pretty good. Also, if you evolve Lechonk into Oinkologne, or you catch an Oinkologne from research, you get the exclusive Fast Attack Mud Slap, which is really interesting because last year when we were voting for a comm day for August, we all chose Rookity for obvious reasons. Lechonk was considered to be a candidate, and if we were to choose Lechonk and evolve it into Oinkologne, it could have learned to Charge Attack Disarming Voice, which is the fairy type move, but instead it's gonna have the Fast Attack Mud Slap for this comm day. So just a little fun fact. You also have the option to purchase a $2 special research story to progress through 3 steps and gaining some items and rewards and encounters with Lechonk, and even some with the special background. So if that's something you want to do, I think $2 is definitely worth it. Bonuses include 1/4 A catch distance, 2 times catch candy, 2 times chance candy XL for trainers level 31 and up, 3-hour incense duration, 1-hour lure module duration for the lure module bonus, which we'll talk more about in a second, 5 snapshots for 5 Lechonk encounters. You also get a special extra trade, and you also get 50% less Stardust cost for trades. Now, from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., if you drop a regular lure module on Community Day, you're gonna get some extra Lechonk encounters, and even after 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock, you're going to get some shiny odds that are exactly the same as the 2 to 5 period. And then, of course, you're gonna possibly get Lechonk with the special background. That is if you use those regular purple lure modules. Don't use a glacial lure, don't use the weather ones. Use like the regular one. That's where you're gonna get the Lechonk. And finally, you can get some field research tasks to get some items like Stardust and Pokeballs. You can even catch 3 Lechonk to get a Lechonk encounter. And there's a couple that gives you Lechonk with a special background, which is catch 50 and catch 5 within a party. So if you guys want to get a lot of encounters from field research, make sure you guys don't play this alone, so you guys can party up and get that specific task done if you're looking for a shiny with a special background. Otherwise, if you play by yourself, just catch 50 if you can find a task where you catch 50 Pokemon. Now, why is Lechonk specifically a Community Day candidate? Well, Lechonk evolves into Oinkologne, and Oinkologne has a different appearance depending on gender. Just kind of like with Frillish and Litleo and Esper, their evolutions change depending on gender. Or a Pokemon that evolves specifically because it's a male or because it is a female. For example, a female Snorunt evolves into Frostlass, and a male Kirlia evolves into Gallade. those are some good examples. So I think gender plays a role in evolution, whether it's a same species with a different look or it's like a different form or different species overall. Now, we're not just talking about May Community Day. We also got some leaks because although it's just rumored, these are pretty much going to be true. We all expect this. So for the month of June and July for sure, we know that we're going to have Frigibax Community Day in June and Sobble Community Day in July. That is because of a leak where we have a picture of Photobomb's assets with Sobble and Frigibax. And if we know something, usually the Dragon type pseudo legendary gets a Comm Day in June, and that's usually like the following year after GoFest and whatever pattern that is. And then July is the water starter one because, well, we had Quaxley last year in July, and I think we had the same thing for like Poplio. So I mean, I feel like this makes the most sense to have Sobble since it's the last starter currently to not only be shiny, but to be featured for a Comm Day until the Gen 10 starters. So I mean, that goes without saying. But that's not the whole summer season. What about August? Because there wasn't an asset for August Community Day. If you remember last year, we were given the option to vote for 1 out of 4 Pokemon that were candidates for August 2025 Community Day. They were Rookity, Lechonk, Frillish, and Wimpod. And we all obviously voted for Rookity because Rookity wasn't shiny eligible at the time. I have a feeling that it's gonna happen again. I just don't know which Pokemon is gonna be featured as a candidate for a Comm Day in August. So I just know that at some point at the end of May, early June, trainers are gonna be given the option to vote for 1 of 4 Pokemon of their choice to have a community day. If there's a Pokemon you would love to see have a community day, let us know in the comments below which Pokemon that would be. And if it already had a Comm Day, it's most likely not going to be a candidate, but never say never. Now let's go ahead and talk about Community Day Classics. Now let's start off with May Community Day Classic because obviously after Lechonk Community Day, there's a Comm Day Classic the following weekend. And that's obviously going to feature Dino, even though we don't have confirmed details. It's Dino, we all know that. But what about for the next season? Because we talked about June, July, and August. Well, if you guys do recall, it's the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go. I could see this Community Day Classic scheduled somewhere around July or August. And what better Pokemon to have a Comm Day Classic than the icon of all Pokemon? Not only the first to have a Community Day, but it's pretty much the mascot of Pokemon, Pikachu. Yes, back then in January of 2018, Pikachu was the first Pokemon to have a Community Day in Pokemon Go. This was what set up the beginning of Comm Days. Pikachu learned Surf, and then if you evolve it into Raichu, it could still learn Surf. Now that we have like Alolan Raichu, G-Max Pikachu, and like Pichu in the game, I hope that we can see like Pichu in 2Ks and maybe Alolan Raichu in raids or maybe field research, who knows. And then sometimes in the month of like summertime, whether it's June, July, or August, sometimes we get 2 Comm Day Classics, so we could possibly see another Comm Day Classic. I hope that we get Trico because I was hoping we would get Trico for the month of May. Dino's taking the spot, so I mean, I mean, it is what it is. Once again, let us know in the comments below your thoughts about Lechonk Community Day for next month, and let us know in the comments below, is there a Pokemon that you would like to see have a Community Day? Hey, maybe the Pokemon you choose could potentially be a candidate for a Comm Day if that's the direction they're gonna go with, unless they wanna keep something a surprise for the month of August. And also, guys, make sure you once again subscribe to this channel and help us get to 3,000. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time. Peace out.